Welcome to Discovering. Hallelujah, it's time to hit the water. I'm heading for the boundary waters of the Menominee River for an evening of walleyes.
Oh, yeah, nice fish.
We'll pay a visit to a UPSA meeting and 100 things to do in the UP before you die.
It's definitely got a different flavor than some of the city books.
Stick around, it's Monday night and time for Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forests thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
Thoughts of snow pretty much gone and the feel of spring in the air, my mind drifts to thoughts of fishing. I close my eyes and it's a warm day. Flat, calm water, feeling of the sun on my back and a fish on my rod. When I opened my eyes, there was no sun and no flat water. The wind was blowing, making the 40-degree temperature feel more like 20-something. But it didn't matter. I was back in a boat for the first time this year, and it felt great. I was on the boundary waters of the Menominee River with fishing guides Brian Claremont and Brian Sedley, with hopes of hooking up with some post-spawn walleyes.
What we're doing today is this is a leader I made up myself here. It's a piece of lead core with a piece of fluorocarbon with a Rapala with a loop knot on there. And what we're doing is we're pulling this a mile an hour in the current and we're looking for post-spawn walleyes. And last night we did really good, so I expect you guys to see some fish come in here shortly. And today we got Brian, and Brian in the boat. So you guys can't get our name wrong. You only gotta remember one. Good job, Brian.
It feels like a nice fish too.
Yep, oh, we're gonna get some nice ones here.
Yeah, I just kind of let it back slowly and gave it a really quick pump forward and then dropped it back. And I think just nailed it, almost yanked the rod right out of my hand.
It's getting ahead of the boat, eh? Barely hooked through. I thought he was bigger than that, dang it. Still a nice fish though. Still a nice fish. Good job. Show the belly, flip the belly, you can see a little groove in it. You see where she's been spawning, she's not quite tightened up. You see that little mark there. Nice female, good way to start today.
Yep, nice looking fish. Say about maybe what, 24, 25?
25, yep.
Yeah.
A lot skinnier now though, because they ain't got no big fat gut.
Yep.
But still fought good too.
Oh yeah, that felt, that,
all right,
that
there's number one. Let's get some more.
Yeah.
Fish on, fish on. And this bite has just begun. These fish are here right now, and they'll go, after this current decides a little bit here, we lose some current, they'll go back to their normal spots. I know where to find them. The next couple months of walleye fishing are going to be fantastic. Oh, it's got a T-bone, that's why. That's a good sign. T-bone. Keep it up, drop the net, drop the net. Yep, there we go, that way to keep it out of there. T-bone, that's what we like to see. Then you know they're biting good when you're T-boning it like that. Because there's been a lot of that just hooked on the very back hook. That's a nice little male. If you're gonna eat fish, these are the ones to eat right here. Let them females go. These are the best eating fish. The males are a little bit thicker. Meat on the backbones here too. You get a little nicer piece of meat out of there. This one, as I say, my famous saying is, we're gonna release this one into the grease. This year's been kind of a funny year. We had a real warm spell, middle to end of February. So everything melted in February. That's when we had all our flow. And then it got cold again and froze back up. So when the water temperature hit spawning temperature for the walleyes, we didn't get the draw that we usually get. So there wasn't as many walleyes in the river this year. And now we had all this, they had a big snowstorm up north and we got all this flow, and then we've been getting rain, so now we got a lot of flow. So that's why these walleyes they're done spawning now, not being in their normal places this time of year, they're up on this flat, and we're catching them flatlining here with Rapalas. We did get some big females, full of eggs. We had one really good day where we caught 330 plus, 30 to 32s.
Look at that rod, Ben.
But that was the only really good day for big females this year, so it's been kind of goofy. Now the post-spawn bite has started, and it's been getting pretty fast and furious, so you should see some decent fish tonight. They're just going to be skinny.
Yeah, this fish, it never gets old, does it, Brian?
No, and that initial strike, man,
yeah,
isn't that addicting? It's just like,
I love it. I love it.
Ooh, another nice fish, bro. Ooh, look at this one. This is a nice fish here. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, he's off, too. That's a beauty. Good job, Bri. Good job.
Look at that.
That's got to be, what, 28?
Yeah, 27? I'd say 27. Yeah, I'd say 27 in there.
Ooh, this is a nice fish here. Oh, it's up on top already.
Look at the size of that.
Barely hooked to it. All right. Look at that. Woohoo! We were just talking about a big girl. There's a big girl. All spawned out. Look at that. Barely hooked. Barely hooked. That's probably not that great. Maybe 26, 27?
Yeah, I'd say probably 27 there.
Still a nice fish though. Fought really good. They're really smacking her hard.
Okay, you got a couple, I got a couple on it. I was kind of curious to see how you're working that.
Oh, working her on? Yeah, I'm actually just pumping it. You know, sometimes you got short jerks. It seems like the pump's been working for me tonight. I don't know what you've been doing, but...
Yeah, see, now with me, it's been more of just kind of holding on and just barely twitching it.
Barely twitching it?
Working really good.
Well, you know, it's good that we're doing different stuff because they're both working tonight, Bri.
Yep.
That's what counts, right?
They like it both ways. So.
All right, well, this is a girl. It's a good spawning fish. We're going to let this girl go. Oh, she's gone. All right, let's get another one.
I noticed on that Rapala there, you had a red hook on it. Any particular reason you got a red hook on that?
Because it's red, it looks like blood. And I always like to put it towards the front of the Rapala. And there's nights that's you can tell that they're hitting that red hook. So that's a little thing again that I'm doing to put more fish in the boat. And I believe it on all crankbaits or anything else, especially for walleyes. They like that one red hook. Pumping it and following it back. They seem to like tonight. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I love that. Feel them head shake.
Oh yeah, he's staying down. It's a big fish.
Did he glowing eyes?
It's a big fish. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that. Barely hooked again. Woohoo! Putting up a fight. They say walleyes don't fight, eh? Good job. That's a nice fish.
Real nice one. Nice fat mama.
That's a nice fish. Good.
Good job, buddy.
Yes, sir. Okay, spawned out female.
Yeah.
What, a 25 incher again?
Yeah, I'd say definitely.
Nice fighter. Nice fighter. All right.
Yeah,
let's get another one. Yep. Yeah. Put this one back. Oh, she wanted out of here. Who said they can't catch fish in the northeast wind, eh, Brian?
Yep. Good old strong northeast wind today. It's probably or tonight it's probably about, I'd say probably at least a 15 to 18 mile an hour northeast wind.
It's blowing.
Yeah, this is a good fish. This is probably feels like one of the better fish I had on tonight.
I like to use that yellow line too. It's a lot easier to see, especially when you fish in the dark like this. That fish don't want to give, eh?
Well, too, the boat's going one way.
Yeah, I know that wind is blowing.
Picking up speed quite a bit.
Oh, nice walleye. Look at that. Look at that size. That one might have spawned in it yet. It looks kind of fat. Very possible. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice. That got spawned yet. Look at that. First one I seen when big girl was spawning it like that.
That fat mama.
I didn't think I'd see any more fat girls.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful looking female. Nice belly on her. It goes to show you too, Brian, you know, it's like all these fish don't spawn at once.
No.
A lot of people kind of think they all spawn at once. And a lot of them spawn at different times.
Good job. This here makes a big difference on how this Rapala works. You put a split shot on it, it don't work as good. This is something that I worked on for a while, and boy, it's sure is paying its dividends now. Putting fish in a boat, that's what counts. Let's get some more.
Yeah, this is a decent one.
River tough, Brian said. She is definitely nasty out here. I got a feeling we got rain coming here real soon too. Oh, she got her T-bone. Oh, that's a nice one. Alrighty. Good job, good job. That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. But that's another one that we're gonna let go. Because that's a nice female.
Yeah, look at that beautiful looking fish.
Yep. Good job, Brad. Good job. Well, all right, folks. You know what? I guess we'll see you next time. Because we're going to go where it's warm. Everybody agree?
Yeah, sounds good. This northeast wind's getting a little...
Awesome. That couple hours of fishing, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's our seventh fish. Couple hours. So, till next time. Yeah. Awesome.
I stopped in at the United Sportsmen's Club in Merriman for a meeting of the Upper Peninsula Sportsmen's Alliance.
The USI Sportsmen's Club was started in 1969. It's like many clubs, had its ups and downs through the years, but right now the club is doing rather well. We're somewhere around 350 members strong when we're at full strength. The club is doing a lot of good things, and we offer a wide variety of sporting activities. We're big into the shooting sports here. There's sporting clays year-round, trap, skeet, outdoor pistol, a defensive pistol. We have an indoor range. There's an archery club that shoots regularly, archery tournaments, hunter safety events, and working with other groups to support youth education and outdoor experiences. Everyone is welcome. It's a great place to meet some good people and do great things in terms of the shooting sports. We also believe strongly in supporting a UPSA, and we're hosting a meeting here today.
We've been very active here for the last couple of years. Our primary concern is that we wanted to let Lansing know that the Upper Peninsula was part of the state of Michigan, and which has been working very well. We just recently were down, sponsored a breakfast down there again, and we make pretty good headway down there. I'll give you some ideas. Where we're getting calls from different senators and representatives asking us for our views on certain bills and things like that, which has been very effective. We're getting calls from different newspapers from down below, radio programs and stuff like that, because the UPSA has become well-known statewide. Locally, we've got some new clubs that have joined us because of what we're doing. The St. Mary's River Club from over on the eastern end, the William Anderson Sportsmen's Club out of Hermansville, Great Lakes Sport and Rec Club. Total-wise, we're up to about 65 clubs and businesses, plus the individual members. Our total membership, we're at about 49,000 people. We're being very effective. We have senators and reps coming to our meetings because they know we're progressive, and if we can help them, we will. If we don't like what they're doing, we let them know. They want our opinions.
Today at the UPSA meeting, one of the subjects that's going to be talked about is the status of game purchased lands and their management across the UP. Statewide, there's over 600,000 acres of state forest land that equals about 17% of the state forest acreage that was purchased or acquired, most of it many years ago, with the Sportsmens hunting and fishing license revenues. So, and it's very clear in the language of the law for these game purchase lands that they be managed with wildlife-friendly forest management activities. This doesn't mean that that forest management is a low priority. It's an important thing. Forest management is wildlife management in the UP. So one of the things that UPSA wants to see more of is making sure that the DNR implements forest management strategies on these game purchase lands that are wildlife friendly. Everything from the language in the invites to open houses that specifically mentions game purchase lands. We're also talking about rotation ages on aspen. The target rotation age on aspen was 60 years. In 2013 it was brought down to 50 years, and what UPSA is advocating for now is a rotation age of 10% lower at 45 years. And also working with the wildlife division's featured species guidelines to make sure that that takes precedence when the management prescriptions are made on these game purchase lands. So it's a partnership. It's working together with the Forest Management Division and the Wildlife Management Division and the leadership in the DNR to make sure that these things are implemented by the staff in the field.
One of the things that we are really involved with, about a year ago, we decided and we were asked to give a hand, saying that we didn't like the way the CWD was being handled in the Upper Peninsula. So we formed a committee within our organization, and we made some presentations to the DNR, which they accepted. There's a huge campaign going on right now to educate people what it is, what it does, and the whole 9 yards.
There are import restrictions coming back into the state. The organizations have actually voted on House Representative Bill 4424, which will increase the fine from between $500 and $2,000 for bringing animals into the state from other states that have CWD. We are not here to take and just fine the heck out of people. We want to take and have people talk and actually be concerned, because once CWD is here, we are not going to like what's going to happen.
The UP certainly holds a wealth of unique places to go and things to see. And you can find information on many of them in a new book titled 100 Things to Do in the Upper Peninsula Before You Die.
I'm a freelance writer and editor, blogger, photographer. I've been working in the travel field since I got out of college, and lived and worked in the Detroit area, but always came to the UP, and finally moved up here with my husband after our kids got out of the house. Moved up here about 3 years ago, and just loved it. And I was approached by this company about, you have any ideas for a book? And I said, sure. What about the UP? And kind of said, what? Because they do city books. This is a series of books published out of St. Louis, and they've always focused on cities. But I convinced them that there was a lot of potential here because the UP is getting on more of the global map. Owner of the company liked the idea, and away we went. We had to kind of adapt it because it's geared towards cities as far as entertainment, music, and shopping. And so it's got the UP flavor, a little bit different kinds of activities. Sure, we have some theaters, the Calumet Theater's in there, and the Pine Mountain Music Festival's in there, and the Woodtick Festival. But then some of the entertainment is just watching the Northern Lights or sitting by the lake. So it really gives the flavor of the UP throughout all of the different categories. I work in things where we might, in a city book, talk about, the high-end restaurants and such. We have a couple of those in here. We have Fitzgerald's up in the Keweenaw, and quite a few, Hereford and Hops, here we are. The Veerling, but then we've got food like ternary toast, and stop at the roadside stands for smoked fish. Of course, a lot of craft beers. Roast a weenie on the beach, get your Vulvar sausage. Try to work some kind of fun, unique things to the UP in there. Some of the activities are hiking and camping, and there's so many outfitters or opportunities to do that. And then, of course, some museums. And another thing that we have unique in the UP is places to sleep, like in a lighthouse or in a copper baron's home, the Lorien Manor, or at the Nestledown Scandinavian Bed and Breakfast in Marquette. Well, of course, Grand Hotel, and talk about Mackinac Island. Some people don't realize that's part of the UP. Look at the area code. And then I have a whole page just about understanding the Finnish thing. My heritage is Finnish, so we talk about where to get Justua or Panukaku, or learn how to say sauna the correct way. And what are all those vowels and the names on those street signs in Hancock? Talk about the Yooper lingo. You got to learn the language. I even have something about crossing the Mackinac Bridge. Some people don't like to drive across the bridge, and now they know that they can get a bridge authority person to drive their car for them across the bridge. So there's some good, useful information, like take a paper map because your GPS isn't always going to work. Bring bug dope. You can't leave home without it. It's definitely got a different flavor than some of the city books that Reedy Press has put out. Of course, it was hard to find or narrow it down to just 100 things to do in the UP. So I squeezed in more activities such as go to a Fort Mackinac on Mackinac Island and Fort Wilkins up in Copper Harbor, or go to a ghost town, Fayette, go on a mine tour, talked about adventure mines. And in the back of the book, there's an itinerary section too that gives you suggested places to tie together. I put the whole experience together. There's things that you could do for kids or families, and there's things to do for soft adventures and extreme adventures. So the categories are there to kind of cater to special interests. A lot of the people that have already purchased the book online have noted that they thought they knew what was across the UP, and they're being surprised. So it's just fun to kind of draw on my knowledge of spending every summer up here for my whole life, and it was a fun project to put together. Yeah, the book is available online, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, even Target, I think, online is going to be carrying it. Trying to get it into the bookstores. It's at Snowbound Books in Marquette right now. The Snowmobile Museum in my town of Nobbinway. It's at the Anchor in Nobbinway. I'm hoping to get it really widespread in shops across the UP. So I've been writing about Michigan for different magazines, newspapers, and my own blog, my own website, GreatLakesGazette.com. And so I share a lot of the things to do, people to meet, artists, places to eat, and things like that. So it seemed like a natural fit to do this book. It works well with my other travel writing and knowledge about Michigan tourism.
Well, that's it for tonight. If you'd like to keep tabs on what's coming up on Discovering or see where we've been, go to 906outdoors.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Discovering.